There's so many business analysis certifications on the market these days. Are you wondering which one is right for you? My name is Stephanie Lockman-Doucette, and I am happy to share with you my personal and pragmatic perspective on business analysis certifications. This is the second in a three-part series on certifications. In the first episode, I addressed the question of, do you need to be certified at all? There's plenty of professionals that practice business analysis and do not have a certification. In this episode, the second episode, I'll be addressing that question of which one is right for me, which certification should I pursue? And then in the third episode, I'm going to consider all of those other certifications in the marketplace and which one may be right for you as an extension of your career to help you grow the breadth and capabilities of your knowledge. Because business analysis is not a destination, it's a journey that's going to take you through your life. Over the past 15 years, I have helped thousands of technical professionals launch their career in business analysis, and whether or not they need to get certified, which certification they pursue, is really a question that is foremost on their mind. Now let's take a moment to look at those certifications. There's really two certifying bodies that are of interest for your primary certification. The first organization is the IIBA, the International Institute of Business Analysis, and they have three different certifications. The second organization of interest to you is PMI, the Project Management Institute, and they have one certification. Over the course of this video, we'll be looking at all four certifications to identify which one might be right for you. First of all, we need to look at the different methodologies between the two organizations. Now, IIBA and their certifications supports a methodology with 6 different knowledge areas. Those knowledge areas are business analysis, planning and monitoring, elicitation and collaboration, requirements lifecycle management, requirements analysis and design, strategic analysis, and solution evaluation. So as you can see, they cover quite a broad spectrum of the business analysis lifecycle and various disciplines, domains, areas in which you might want to practice. The Project Management Institute and their approach to business analysis is focused on business analysis in the scope of a project. Thus, they have 5 different areas that they consider part of the domain of business analysis. The 5 domains supported by the Project Management Institute include needs assessment, planning, analysis, traceability, and evaluation. So, if we take a moment to compare those two organizations and their different approaches to business analysis, it becomes readily apparent that, the tools and techniques, the skills that you need are essentially the same, but their domains, their focus is a little bit different. PMI is concentrating on business analysis in the scope of a project. That is their specialty, project management, whereas IIBA is more holistic, more whole life cycle, more enterprise focused. IIBA will support that initial strategic analysis, and then that supports you through the life cycle. It also supports you many years after when you're evaluating to see whether or not that project was a success. So IIBA will cover all disciplines and all phases of the corporate life cycle, the enterprise life cycle, not just the project life cycle. Now let's take a moment to look at the eligibility criteria for those different certifications. IIBA has 3 certifications and they have different criteria associated with each of them. The entry-level certificate in business analysis really requires no previous experience in business analysis. You do some study, you take some courses, you write an exam, and you're certified. The second certification is the Certified Capability in Business Analysis. This is more of a mid-level career certification. The CBAP is intended for those people that have about 2 years worth of practical hands-on experience in business analysis. They also need to take 21 hours worth of certification training and write the exam. The third level certification, the CBAP, the Certified Business Analysis Professional Certification, is really identifying those seasoned, experienced professionals that have about 4 or 5 years worth of practical experience in business analysis. They've taken a significant amount of training and they have significant experience. It really is the defining certification of a business analyst. As mentioned previously, the Project Management Institute offers one certification, but they offer 3 tracks into that certification. Which track is right for you depends upon which level of education you have before you pursue certification. Are you coming at this with a high school diploma and a lot of practical experience? Do you have a bachelor's degree with some experience? Or do you have a master's or certificate in business analysis? Depending upon which level of education experience you have, that will influence the amount of practical experience that PMI expects you to have before you become certified. You still need to take the 35 hours worth of training, and you still need to write the exam. There's no shortcut out of that one. So now if we do a quick comparison, let's just look at what is required to get in the door to get certified. Of course, if you've got no previous experience before, you could try the ECBA, but there's not that many jobs in the marketplace that are asking for an ECBA. So it's really up to the other three certifications, that Certified Capability in Business Analysis, the Business Analysis Professional, as well as the PBA. If you look at what is required, all three of them require the same amount of continuing development units or professional development units, which means a commitment by you to maintain lifelong learning to develop and expand your skill set over the course of your career. That's what those PDUs, those CDUs that are referenced at the bottom of the table. We've talked about the pros and cons of the different certifications, what's required to become certified at each of the different levels, and putting that all together, my personal recommendation is that you pursue the IIBA certifications because they do present you with more well-rounded education, more well-rounded understanding, and to me that means more opportunities in your field. Now, if you don't have the practical experience to be able to pursue the high certification, consider one of the lower level certifications right now and then build your way up. But you really need to look at the labor market in your particular area, in your city, in your country. Which certification are they asking for? If you're working in a project-based environment, perhaps the PBA is really the most appropriate certification for you. So there you have it, my personal and practical perspective on which certification to pursue as a business analyst. In the next installment of this series, we're going to look at some additional certifications that you may wish to pursue if you want to expand your capabilities and continue that lifelong journey of learning. Please take a moment to click that thumbs up icon and subscribe so that you can receive future content from Projerra. Also take a moment to look in that section below because I've left the links for how you can understand more about the PMI certifications, the IIBA certifications, and I've left some links to related Projerra content that you might find some value in. It's been a pleasure to speak with you today. My name is Stephanie Lockman-Doucette, and this is Projerra, the channel dedicated to practical perspectives in IT project management and business analysis.